Hello friends, welcome to Shiksha. In today's session, we will be discussing about the remaining headers, mostly about insert, format and data. So let's start the session. First of all, let's get into the insert. Clicking on insert, you can see insert gives you various options to insert everything in a Google Sheet. Right from, let's say, in row B, if you have something called sheet, let's say if you have to insert a row above, then just go into insert, click row above. If you want a row below, you can go to insert and click row below. You can insert a column left, you can insert a column, let's say you can insert a column right. See, next let's go to insert and see this cells and shift down. What it is meant is, here whatever it is there in the cell C4, now if I click cells and shift down, then it goes into the cell C5. See, and if I click cell shift right, then it goes to the right D5. So these functions are useful for moving your data however you want. Next, insert chart. When, let's say, if you have the data like this, let's say you have data like this. If you select this range, go to insert and click on a chart data, then you can have a chart. You can have different types of chart, vertical chart, a bar chart, if not a line chart, whatever chart you want, you can have that. You can have this chart to basically represent your data in a pictorial form, which looks visibly very good, for the ones who sees. Or yeah, if you click this switch rows and column, then the rows and columns will change. One becomes row and one becomes column. See, if you click here, then you can even download this chart as a PDF or really a normal graph or a picture. You can copy the chart, you can publish the chart, you can move to another sheet, you can either delete the chart. You can also make a title, description, you can view whatever you want to the chat. Just right now I'm leaving this is a chat, let's say. You can even delete the chat, you can edit the chat or wherever you want, what are the rows, columns, colors, the color, fill capacity, line color, whatever you want you can change it. Customize the chart with the chart editor. Next, you can insert image in this. This image in cell is a new, you can say it's a new feature in this. Image in cell, if you go to Google image, type any image, and if you click the image, then the image will appear in the, let's say, a happy birthday wishes. If you click happy birthday wishes, and if click this, if you click happy birthday and see, then you can see the picture in the cell. So if you click like this, then the picture appears in a single cell. If you don't want like this, you can delete this. Then go to the image format and click image over cells and say happy birthday. This time the image will appear as an image over the cells. See, just delete it. If you don't want it, just delete. Click delete. Drawing, whatever you want. If you want to include anything, any drawing or any kind in an Excel, you can just draw it and paste it in your Excel. See, all it does, if you want a line, an elbow character, a curve, a polygon, a scribble, whatever you want, you can just scribble. Don't want, there are already some shapes, pre-format shapes, you can use whatever shape you want, you can have it. If you don't want anything, just clear the sheet. Let's say mostly these are used for, save and close. Click save and close, to whatever you draw will appear on your sheet. You can just edit it, you can make it however you want. You can click here, you can edit, delete, you can write whatever you want, you can have whatever title you want, you can give whatever description for that. Whatever you want you can do when you do it. If you don't want it, just delete it. Next, form. If you click form, then it opens a Google form like this. You can create a Google form which is directly linked to Excel, which is useful for you to collect data directly into your Excel based on the responses. So after opening this Google form, you can close it using Ctrl W. Let's see. Yeah. So using that Google form, you can insert all the data into the Excel directly. So you can do whatever you want with the data. Next, it's the same as the symbol there. You can click here, go here, but still it's the same. Using insert, you can insert a function, whatever you want. If something directly, you can insert all. You can go into the formula bar, plus equal to, or plus either the function of both is same, so plus equal to, click sum, or go to the functions, go to all, click whatever you want. Go to max functions and directly go to sum. Okay, it directly opens the sum function. You just have to select, take the cells. So next is insert link. You know what is insert link. You can insert a tick box, if you want to take some poll, if you want to give a question and ask if it's true or false, you can directly have a tick box in an Excel. Let's say this cat and dog are same. This is the question, and for this you need to have an answer. So having a tick box, if you don't tick it, it means it's false. If you tick it, then it's true. So if you don't want a tick box, see, it's cat and dog are same, then it's false. So basically it's false. If you check it, it's true. This is how the tick box works. You can remove the tick box by placing delete if you don't want it. Then what is a comment. You can comment on other people's work, and everyone who you share the sheet with will watch all those comments and watch all those comments. Next, note is same as a comment, which is directly, let's say if you add a note false here, then when you add a note, it shows in a color black. So when there is a black color means there is a note. You can view this note. But when comments are only visible when there is an online, when you are connected to online, notes are visible even when you are offline. So even when document goes to make available offline, you can still make changes using notes and add comments. If you just delete there is nothing in the comment note, then the note gets deleted automatically. When you click a form, here you can get a form responses. The responses in Excel sheet. So we have a separate Excel with the responses. So for a new sheet, you can directly click here, or you can even go here and click a new sheet. Next, about formatting, we are mostly did what is the formatting. You can set the theme. You can customize this, when whatever you want you can have, whatever theme you want. Be since there is a chart, when you insert a chart, whatever these are mostly not charts, these are basically the themes whichever will change, however your data will appear. You can click whatever you want and then they will change colors as well. See, it changes the font as well directly. Now we will check about this formatting in a later session, and remaining through all what is bold, you can directly go here, you can check here. Let's say now we will discuss about the shortcuts for this. If you press Ctrl B, then the cell will directly become into bold. Ctrl I, it becomes italic. If you press Ctrl U, then it directly gets underlined. See, this is how you can do whatever you want. And if you press Ctrl Shift and F5, then you'll get an, if there is no underline, and if you press Ctrl Shift and F5, you'll get an strike. If you remember this, then you can go and check in the strike. You can check in this format what are the shortcuts are. If you press clear formatting, if you cell, then directly the formatting will be cleared here. If not, there is a shortcut for this called Ctrl Dash. That's it. Let's press Ctrl Z and it's back to normal. Go to the sheet, press Ctrl bar, and it becomes as usual without any formatting. And what is a line? We already checked this horizontal and vertical line. If you don't want, if you get directly here, and you can check this with these shortcuts. There are even shortcuts here. You can know what is text wrapping, wrap, clip, rotation. All these you can use directly in the toolbar here given. Next, going into data. Let's say there is 3 places like cat, dog and mouse. If you click this column and go to data, then you can directly, if you see sort sheet by range A to Z, then it directly aligns in an alphabetical order starting with numbers. Next it goes to alphabets, and next alphabets it goes to A to Z. If not, if you go by Z by A, keeps the number first, it starts from Z, it aligns everything using A. Means every column directly, every row changes here. If not, if you want to change by XC, you can check here. Sort range by column, you can check the range. If you click the range and check, if you just take 2 of these and click sort range by A to Z, then it will change as well. Take these 3, go to data. So it won't change everything now, just it changes this particular range. If you click with sheet, then it changes the total sheet values. If you click range, then it will click range. If not, you can select whatever range you want. Column B, whatever range you can say, then sort by, then by, whatever you click, whatever range you want in whatever format you want, just click sort. It will sort it however you want. If you don't want to use this, then Next we will talk about this filter view, slicer, data validation, pivot table in a later session, which is somewhat on the high end, so we'll talk about it in the later session. Next, if your cleanup suggestions, sometimes cleanups, whatever you want, whatever spaces you want, it cleans them. And column stats, whatever the column contains, if there how many numbers it contains, what is the distribution or count. If you see scattered are same, in this there is only one. If you go to See, then there is a 150, then there is 200. If you type another 200, then 200 goes by 2. It checks and counts what are all the variables in that particular cell, in the particular column, and it shows how many numbers are there in those columns at that point of time. Here, if you use a column separate, it takes two columns. So since we select the semicolon, if I write semicolon, and if I go to data, split text two columns, a semicolon, then it directly replaces whatever you have in a single cell into two cells in the side column. So with this you can have whatever you want. If you next, so it just separates whatever you have in single cell by basically on what you fill in that cell. Select this. If you select this range, go to remove duplicates, and select column C, remove duplicates. Then you can see it deleted 200, which is already present in this cell. By making this, it deletes if there are same numbers. When you are doing a data analysis, if there are same numbers, most of times you can use this feature, remove duplicates, then it directly totally deletes that column as row as well. Trimming white space means when you will select a single cell and you press trim white space, it trims whatever white space present in the cell. See, so if there is a column and in this column there is semicolon, and if you give more white space and click here, select this cell, go to data, and if you can make the trim white space, just trim the white space and makes it into a single space between both the words. So whenever you did a mistake, you don't want to edit and delete all the spaces, you can directly do this. Next, if you select two of the cells, go to data, group column C and D. Now directly C and D columns will be grouped. You can directly edit them, remove them, whatever you do, but when you do operations, they both will be different in different ways. You have to select both the cells, but you can hide them easily. Mostly they are connected to hide or whatever they are in connection. You can ungroup them once again. So that's all for today. So please go through this video once again and visit our website and attempt the quiz of this session to get a better understanding of the topic. Thank you.